Okay. So good evening, everybody. So I'm Catherine, and I am basically going to be talking to you this evening about how to make these essential oils easy. Before I get started, I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about myself and kind of what my purpose is in this. So my purpose is to empower you. I am known for my positivity and my determination, and I don't give up easily. So it's about finding a solution for the things that are frustrating you. It's about finding a solution to change things for you so that you can have a life that looks the way you want it to be. Okay, so that's kind of my purpose. My background is I was a primary teacher. I have been really, really blessed to have these essential oils for 6 years now in my life. And I have been using them and absolutely loving how they've changed my life so, so much. But when I was a child, age 9, my mum had a nervous breakdown and we ended up in the south of France, which sounds very exotic and fun. But we were homeless and lived at the top of a mountain in a tent. And so we had no money, and the only way that we could eat was to sing in the streets to get money to eat. So this is really intense, and you're probably like, whoa, I was not expecting for her to share this information. But the reason why I'm sharing it is because we all have a connection to money and value. And to me, these essential oils have completely and utterly changed my life. And I see them as such a powerful value on both the money side and the impact that they've had for me. So I just wanted to share that kind of as my background so you know where I'm coming from. Obviously, being positive and determined, I was able to go through this life and just say, do you know what, there's great things that we can achieve. And these essential oils have had such a powerful impact on my emotions, on my just being able to be a better version of myself, because we can all have things that are deep rooted that mean that we can either explode or things like that. But these essential oils have enabled me to really harness the best version of myself. And I want to show you why and how. So we're going to cover 3 cool things about these essential oils, 3 ways to use these essential oils, and how to get these essential oils into your home. So before we get started, I want you to have a little think about what your top health concerns are. What's frustrating you? Is it stress? Is it anxiety? Is it sleep, digestive, pain? What is it that's really frustrating you? Have a think about it, and you can pop it in the chat if you want to, or just write it down or type it on your phone. So when I talk about empowering you, it's about having choices. Now, the thing that's not fun is when you don't have a choice and it feels really restrictive. So actually to have this extra choice is really empowering. Now, the modern approach is if you have something going on, you might go to the doctors and describe your symptoms, and then they might say, okay, well, we're going to prescribe you this for that symptom. Now, sometimes you might go away and a second symptom might occur, and then you would go back to the doctors and they may prescribe you something else for the secondary symptom. And then it's kind of like cycle that's going round, and it's not getting to the root cause. So why are those symptoms cropping up? What is the actual root cause? And we're not actually getting any healthier. Then we've got this natural approach. The natural approach is looking at the root cause. So directly, what is causing those symptoms to occur? And the reason why we can do this with these amazing essential oils is because they are able to access not only the physical needs, but also the emotional needs. Now, often we might have a physical symptom that pops up because of an emotional symptom that we're actually dealing with, or a root cause that we're actually dealing with. For example, you might have really, really tight muscles here, and then you get a head tension. So you'll get head tension because you're really stressed and you're tensing everything up. So the root cause is not the head tension. That's not just the thing that's occurred. It's due to things that have happened. So we're really, really lucky to have these essential oils as they are. So we're going to look at why these essential oils are so different to any other essential oils available. So they are 100% natural and safe, which sounds odd to have to say, but sadly, in the essential oil industry, they are not required to put 100% in the bottle. It's not a legal requirement, and so they don't do it. You know, the minimum requirement is really, really low. So when you get that bottle with the sticker that says 100% pure, it actually, they don't need to tell you what else is in there. That's the industry standard. So what that means for us is that we actually are not getting what it says on the label. We're not getting the benefits of that plant. But with doTERRA, they are 100% safe, 100% natural. They're sourced from where they're supposed to grow. Now, what that means is that they are the most pure and the most potent that they could be. And this is similar to like a strawberry, for example. If you have a strawberry in season and have a strawberry out of season, they might look the same, but they taste totally different. The out of season one will taste really, tasteless and watery. So yes, plants can grow in a greenhouse, and yes, they will grow, but they will not have the potency of plants that grow where they're supposed to grow in their natural habitat. So this is why these are so, so potent. And with that journey, they are also involved from the very, very beginning all the way to the bottle, all the way to us, because they want to make sure that everything is exactly as it should be. On the bottom of each bottle, there's a little barcode, and you can literally put on a website called Source to You, the barcode, and you can literally trace that essential oil all the way to you. And all of the scientific data, who knew you could get data about essential oils and the compounds that are in them, again, that's really intense. They really lead in science. Science is so, so important. They are verified free from any contaminants. They do stringent tests in-house and then third-party testing. And this is so important so that we know we can really, really trust and use these essential oils as they should be. This is not something new. This is like not a new discovery. These are ancient medicine. This is what people used for hundreds of years. And sadly, along the way, they got diluted and diluted and diluted. doTERRA have gone back to how nature intended it to be, 100% pure, 100% potent. And that's why we get the impact that we do from these amazing oils. So the second key thing is they are highly effective. Now, remember I talked about the science. Now, this is really important to me. I absolutely love science. And what's exciting about the time that we live in is that we have so many amazing discoveries and research done already on these essential oils. And this is one of my favorite parts, actually. So here on the diagram, you've got this little blob here, this pinky blob. That's a bacteria, and that finds itself on the outside of the cell. And inside the cell, you would have a virus. So if you feel really unwell and you go to the doctors, it's usually a bacterial infection or a viral infection. If it's a bacterial infection, then the doctor will prescribe antibiotics, because antibiotics are designed to combat against bacteria, and they can clear that bacteria. But sadly, they don't distinguish between good and bad bacteria and will clear all of the bacteria out of the body's gut, etc. So doctors will tell you we don't want to prescribe antibiotics too much because we become antibiotic resistant. Now, this is even on the radio. It was everywhere before bigger things started to occur. But basically, what oregano and tea tree can do is they are actually nature's most powerful antibiotics, and they can come in and actually do that job. They will come in, the melaleuca clears the sludge around the bacteria, and then the oregano goes in, pierces it, and it lyses. And of course, if it explodes, that's it. It can't keep multiplying, which is amazing. Now, often we have to wait until we're super run down to go to the doctors, because we don't just go if we slightly feel unwell. This you can catch when you start feeling it. You know when you start to feel that come. So how empowering is that? You don't even wait for it to progress. You just get it before it progresses for you. And that is just so, so amazing. Then we've got On Guard as well. This is the protective blend. This is one of my favorite oils to use, especially right now. I'll use it on my hands when I go out and about. I'll use it and diffuse it in the house to support with airborne threats. This is a really powerful one as well. Now, the exciting part about it is that this virus inside the cell, the bacteria is on the outside. Antibiotics can access it, but antibiotics cannot get into the cell. That's why if you have a viral infection, the doctor will tell you, go home, rest, drink plenty of water, because there's nothing that he can give you or she can give you. And it's so frustrating, isn't it? You just feel like, oh my gosh, what? Can't you help me? Please help me, because you feel so helpless. But what these oils can do is they can penetrate the cell membrane wall and access the virus inside the cell. So they can actually get inside the cell and do what it does to the bacteria. So it's so, so exciting. So the third really awesome thing about this, and again, this is why I wanted to share my story with you, was the cost effectiveness of these oils. So price per drop. They are so, so exciting, because rather than looking at, okay, well, you know, how much is this bottle? You look at the price per drop for each of these essential oils. And whatever it is that you have going on, you've got, for example, the lavender and the melaleuca, for example, an ear infection. So you would be able to massage it around your ear and support that in a really, really powerful way, super fast and super effective. So that is a brilliant, very cost-effective way to do it. So the next thing we're going to look at is the 3 ways to use these essential oils. So the first way is aromatic. Now, aromatic is actually using these essential oils to support with mood. And it's a really fast way to do that, but also airborne threats. So things like wild orange, diffusing to lift the mood. Balance is a really good one to calm the mood. And then you've got air, which is the respiratory blend. This is amazing with lavender. These two together are super amazing if you have anybody in your household that snores. This is a really great one to do with that, because it helps to open those airways while sleeping, and then the lavender really calms. So very powerful ones. Then the second way is topically, so directly on the area. So deep blue, for example, this one's a really, really powerful essential oil for any aches and pains, anything that you would have, and that could include, you know, time of the month. It can include digestive, it can include head tension, any sort of a really intense pain this can support with as well. Then we've got copaiba. This is a really, really great one to use, again, alongside deep blue for pain, a really, really lovely one. Then we've got frankincense. Now, frankincense is the king of all oils. It is the multiplier. Now, anything that you put with frankincense, you're going to intensify its job. So for example, if you have respiratory issues, or you know someone who has respiratory issues, it's an amazing one to be able to put with the air. So that's the respiratory blend that we've just spoken about to help with the snoring. And then you put the frankincense with it. And this is such a powerful way to support with those respiratory issues, especially if you have really intense or chronic respiratory issues. Just having that as a habit that you can do from the morning and then in the evening as a really, really powerful support. And then the last way to use them is internally. So internally is, again, it's so, so important to mention that this is only doTERRA essential oils. Do not use any other essential oils in this way, because it could be so, so dangerous. Because we don't know what's in them. They do not need to tell you. So even if it says, you know, 100% pure, we know that that is not actually the case. With doTERRA, it is. With doTERRA, it is safe. Now, obviously, there are some that we don't take internally, and we have all of the resources to support you to know which ones you would and which ones you wouldn't. So the lemon essential oil is an amazing essential oil that you can pop in your water, and it tastes amazing. So if you're somebody that thinks, oh, I don't really like water, and you know that you need to increase how much you're drinking, this is a really great way to have the flavor of the water minus any bad things in it, so sugar or anything like that. It's a really powerful way. The other awesome thing is that everybody's kind of heard of, oh, drink lemon in your water, chopping up the lemons and the slices of lemons. Now, this is because it has a very powerful detox and cleansing, but actually what's amazing about the essential oil is that it's actually alkaline instead of acidic. So it won't affect the enamel of your teeth. So, you know, the lemon juice, that can affect the enamel of your teeth if you have it too frequently. Whereas because this comes from the rind, so the flesh, it does not affect the enamel of your teeth, which is awesome because then you get all the benefits minus that negative side effect. Then we've got Zengest. Now, Zengest is a really powerful digestive blend. It is absolutely wonderful. I know that, you know, anybody that you can speak to who has had digestive issues, this is a really, really powerful blend that has a massive, massive impact. So whether that's, you know, discomfort, bloating, whatever it is that's digestive, but also motion sickness, this is a really, really powerful one for that as well. And also inflammation. So the time of the month cycle, that is a really powerful one as well to support with that. Then you've got peppermint. Peppermint essential oil is a really, really good energizer. So if you feel like that lull in the afternoon, you don't have a lot of energy, this is a really great one to be able to put on the back of your neck. And then basically you can put it on the back of your neck and then, or breathe it in and then put it on the back of your neck, and it just opens those airways and really energizes you. It's a really, really powerful one to use. Okay, so the last little bit that I want to talk about this evening is the supplements. Now, most of our food is depleted of vitamins and minerals. The food that we have now is not the same as it was like in the 1930s. It just isn't. And the reason for this is because the soil is so depleted that it doesn't give the nutrients and minerals that it used to get. And so we need additional support for our body. But sadly, there are so many similar to the essential oils in the supplement industry where it's actually completely man-made and our body can't absorb it properly. My sister Lindsay always says, yeah, it's like the most expensive wee ever because it just goes straight through your body and you're paying for that. The reason why is, and this was explained to me by a chemist, and she said that our body, in our cells, we have things, obviously this is really simplified, but basically it's like little doors designed for each vitamin and mineral. And so they're there to absorb, for example, vitamin D or vitamin C. And when we eat our food, that's what it's designed to do. When you take in a synthetic, so a man-made supplement, your body, you take it in, and then your cells will go, you're not actually vitamin C, so you're not coming in. It closes the door. So what that does is it actually reduces the body's ability to absorb it from food. So it's even worse than if you weren't taking those synthetic supplements at all. And that's why Lindsay, my sister, says it's just the most expensive weed, because it will just go through your body. Now, these are food source, so you are able to absorb them. And on the back of it, literally on the description of what it is, it will say the vitamin, and then in brackets, it will explain exactly what source it is, which is really exciting because you can then just know exactly what it is. What that means for us is those little doors, they will absorb it because it is real. It's a real plant food source for those vitamins and minerals. So what does that look like? You know, just generally as a person, how does that affect us? For me, it used to be, I used to need a nap every day. I'd be like, oh, I've got 20 minutes before I need to pick up my children. Quick, have a nap. I used to be very, you know how I said positivity? It's like I'm known for my positivity. Now that it wasn't always truly how I was feeling inside. And I used to kind of evaluate how I was performing with people's comments. So, oh, you're always so happy. And I used to think, yes, I'm performing perfectly great. But actually, once I started taking these supplements, I was able to reevaluate that. And when somebody said to me, you're always so positive, I thought, do you know what? I actually genuinely am. And it was the most amazing feeling to go, yes, this is not a performance. I feel amazing. I've got so much more energy. I just feel so great. And of course, when you're feeling that way, your patience levels increase. So your behavior to stresses is much, much improved. So of course, my husband noticed quickly. My dad, everybody around me was able to see, Catherine just seems so much more, able to deal with the stresses, because life always will have stresses. That is the journey that we're always on. But it's our ability to cope with those when they come along that's really important. And that's that strength that we can get from the correct foundation of nutrition and essential oils. And I love that that is what we have available to us. But the really awesome thing is about these is that actually doTERRA don't need you to trust me for this. You can actually have a go. And if you do not feel a change, you can get your money back. That's really cool. Who doesn't like to know that security? Okay, if it doesn't have the impact that it needs to have, I can just get my money back. So looking at what other things you get with these essential oils, you will also have all of that support. This is about empowering you. You do not need to remember anything I've said this evening, because you have all these resources available to you. We have this amazing app that we gift to our customers completely free. All of these different continued education, all of that is available for our customers. So let's look at how to get these essential oils in your home. So the first way is retail. It's the most expensive way, and I have never ever helped anybody to purchase them in that way. The second way is to get a customer account. The customer account is £24, and then you get 25% off everything. So that is a huge saving. That's a quarter off. It's a huge, huge saving. And then the third way is below wholesale. This is as a set. Now, I'll show you the different sets available shortly, but what that means is that you are also within that set, you get the customer account. So you don't pay the £24 extra, you literally get that included in it. And all of the oils within that set are below what they would be in option 2. So it's a really, really good value way of getting it. So then it's looking at, well, what's the best kit for you? Now, this is the kit that I started with because to me, it just made the most sense because it was the best value. And I'll show you why in a moment. So this is the Home Essentials kit. This kit is the core 10 essential oils that we looked at this evening, including the diffuser. And basically, this is a really amazing diffuser as well. It can set on to be on in your bedroom safely throughout the whole night, so giving you that support. So it's a really brilliant resource. Then you've got the Family Essentials kit. Now the Family Essentials kit is exactly the same 10 core essential oils, but it's the 5 ml bottles. So the other one, so if you look at the price, this is 112, and then the other one, not that way, this way, the other one is 239. So for literally twice the price, you are getting 3 times the amount of essential oil plus a diffuser. So value for money, this is definitely the best one. This is even more value for money if you're like, right, that's it. I'm overhauling everything. I want to get this fresh start and get natural solutions for all of everything that I'm dealing with. Then this is a really, obviously, the bigger the kit, the bigger the value. So this is a really powerful solution. So what I would like for you to do right now is to text the person who invited you to this class the top 3 health concerns that you wrote down at the beginning. So, whatever they were, you write those ones down. And then you will receive an email with an order form or to look at where your best starting point with. But the most important part is to have that call with the person who invited you so that you can really talk through what is it that you're dealing with and how can these oils support you. This month's offer is absolutely amazing. So if you thought, do you know what, I really want to try those supplements, well, this month, if you purchase a kit that's over 100 points, and whoever's invited you can explain what the 100 points are. So whoever's invited you, if you purchase a kit that's 100 points, then you get products for 100 points. The next month, you will get a free supplement set, which is basically worth £78, which is really, really exciting. So there's 3 types of people that will be on this call this evening. You may be thinking, absolutely, I am ready to make changes and I want to live this wellness lifestyle. Or you might have already started doing that wellness lifestyle and you just want to increase how much you're focusing on you and your well-being. Or you might have thought of some people that these oils could help and you want to share how they can use these oils as well. And actually by sharing with them, you're then able to get products paid for, which is really, really exciting. Or you might have been thinking, do you know what, I actually can see how much this could help so many people. And I want to get involved in that kind of mission to support more people to discover these solutions. And along the way, you're able to make an income and have a massive impact. And that is such an amazing thing to be able to do. If you host a class, remember that middle one, if you're thinking, actually, do you know what, I do know a couple of people or a few people that this could really, really help, you could host a class online and literally, so for 5 people, they will get the sample sent out to them and then you will get some free oils. So that is a really great way to get free oils as well. So I'm going to pause the recording there for a second. Okay, so the joy of sharing oils. So this is basically, I wanted to share how we get to share these essential oils and the impact that this actually has on us sharing these essential oils. So the current system of earning an income is this first graph here. So we start working really, really hard, learning what we need to do for our skill set, and then we start doing our job, and we might work increasingly there to get basically a rise or a new job, and then we might do the same thing again, and then all the way up to 65 when, you know, that retirement age, and then our funds decrease massively, but also our health decreases as well, which is, you know, we don't want our life to have to start there. We want our life to start here and us to be able to enjoy this whole thing. And so with doTERRA, the way their system works, it's about working really, really hard at the beginning so that you can create this residual income, and then your health and your financial stores will continue to grow, and it doesn't go back down again, because it just, as you grow, it just grows. And that's really, really exciting, because you're creating that passive income, which means you're earning even when you're not physically right there. And that is a really, really great type of business model. And I know that I've been able to see this firsthand with how this works. So why doTERRA and why now? doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. They're the most tested and most trusted oils on the market, and they are used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. That is so exciting to be able to share and say that, because it's so powerful that this is happening. The other part of doTERRA, which is so key to me, and I would not align myself with a company that did not have the same values as me, they are ethically and sustainably sourced. The amazing thing is they work directly with the farmers, and they know the whole journey. You know how I said they know exactly where that's been, and the impact that they're able to have at the beginning, so right there where the farmers are growing, etc., is just amazing. There's an amazing website. So you've got Healing Hands, which is Again, that's the charities that doTERRA gets involved with. That is their charity, so then they support. And then co-impact sourcing. This is again an amazing way to support both ends of the bottle, so it's really powerful. There's 120 plus markets open. Now what that means is if you know somebody in America, Australia, wherever it is they are, you're able to share these essential oils with them and connect with them and work with them and support them no matter where they are in the world. The compensation plan is genius. The way you get to earn an income because of your hard work is really, really amazing. I know that when I was working as a teacher, I was one of those really intense teachers. I was in early, I left late, and there were teachers that, you know, did not do the same as me, and, you know, they got paid the same as me. So this works with what you put in, you get out of it. And I loved how fair it is. There's a really high retention rate. You are not constantly looking for customers because that's not what we do. We support our customers. This is a wellness lifestyle. It's not buy oils and don't know what to do with it. It's get your own oils so that we can support you and continue that learning journey. It's a privately owned company with an incredible team, and literally they are totally debt free. Now, again, that shows what type of company they are. They are so that their integrity is absolutely amazing. And again, that makes a big difference. Most companies are huge debts nowadays. That doesn't really exist, whereas this is what they have done. So you might have questions such as, how do I make money? How much time is involved? And could this work for me? So what do we do? How do we do this? We sample people. We enable them to have an experience. We teach them why and how these oils work, and then they get their own oils to experience for themselves. And then we support them to continue and learn about these essential oils and making sure they get the support. We share these and educate, and then we help people to do the same. And that is really, really wonderful. So what is the income potential? How does this actually work in terms of an income? So you can see here the average monthly incomes that you can get right at the beginning. So whether it's, you know, just to supplement an income or replace an income, and you can see very clearly that as you go down, this 100% replaces a monthly income 100%. And, you know, we have friends that are way beyond this. This is kind of like an average one. But what's really exciting about it is the fact that you can see here the hours are high for this income here, but the hours start to go down. And that is really, really powerful. Definitely, we all want to have less hours and more income. That's really good, isn't it? Okay, so how much time is involved? So if you want your oils paid for, that's 3 to 5 hours a week. If you want to supplement your income, that's 5 to 15 hours a week. If you want to replace your income, that's 15 to 30 hours a week. So it's really looking at what it is that you would like this to do for you. Could this work for you? So if you're passionate about well-being, wanting to help people, if you can follow a system and get things done, then this would work so well for you. doTERRA is about empowering people both sides of the bottle. And we have seen this so much in my 6 years working with doTERRA. It's just been such an amazing, wonderful journey. And I have absolutely loved every minute of it. And it is about people connecting with people, people helping people. And that is the foundation of what this is. So I'll stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to stop the recording. So thank you so much for joining me on the recording. And then I will open up to questions.